my rocket fuel?
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed it, blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. That's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. Leaves him behind on the spin. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They'll run. This is Brown.
And
he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
I can't hear him if he's talking to me. Can't hear him.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
This might be it.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Yes, we know. Cash free environment. Leave me alone.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Ready? You ready? Ready? Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 3. We got 3.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
I got you.
Oh, bro.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
This is going to be boring.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Shit might be real boring.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
To throw is Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Another tie. That's crazy. That's fucking weak. How'd I get another tie?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
5 down, stand up in.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Bro.
Ready. Yellow lady. Check back, check back.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go, here we go. No, check that. We're on Mike 52 right here.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Yes,
Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
This is a fucking joke.
33 yards that time. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Oh,
the first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They're running it.
it's my fucking time.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent
gonna be a long
run
game
blitz.
for you,
Stop
bro.
that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here,
Here's Kamara trying to run for him.
Time being a fucking one stretch. What the fuck?
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
That's aggravating. I mean, it's fucking high form all fucking game.
ready. 5-9. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
On first down, it's Curry. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 6-yard line.
Dude, scared to throw that ball, that's for sure.
Ready.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Bro, what is up with this shit?
On second down, Love. And
This man's fucking
down
chewing
here
clock
at
like,
the
what the hell?
3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Dude's running the same
They
shit.
come out here in the eye. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Going to give it to Love. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
At the Ravens' 6-yard line.
Dude had the possession of the fucking ball almost half the damn game already.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
12. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
A give to Kamara running right.
How many times are you gonna run the same
There is
thing, bro?
Nowhere for him to cut
Come on,
back
bro.
as he's taken down in the backfield. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
13 plays.
But they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays had gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That's what he's doing. Spamming the hell out of stretch.
Throwing now is Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Excuse me.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
March 47. March 47. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately, They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Ikudo.
After the sack, third and goal now from the 12.
Let's go, B, let's go.
Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Ah, stupid.
He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. Long-ass drive again.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because
no.
the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. To throw, it's Breeze. Oh, he got
this man getting some lucky shit with passes.
Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
They
don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
This wasting clock shit's boring.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
36. Kill.
What the fuck?
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The run, it's Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. from midfield. Here's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. Incomplete.
Pick the fucking ball up, bro.
On it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm about to do this shit. I don't give a fuck.
Jackson from the shotgun. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
I know I'm gonna run that play.
Big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
52, right 52.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he going to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Saints take over
We got this.
at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
Bro, go get the ball.
So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
3-3. Watch 9. Watch 9. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Breeze now. It's Williams on the catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Alert. 3 down.
Breeze now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, ready? Yellow lady. Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And that one going nowhere from the start. He's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Yes, sir.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
yeah.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now a carry for Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Brown. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Brown. Room to run again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run with Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field.
Shit.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Oh, shit, wrong play.
Ready? Yellow waiting. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
On third down, Curry.
I should have known the stretch was coming.
There, 27 yards. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. He's going to air this thing out deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Check three.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Is this your king?
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From the 27, Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Exactly.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Go! 47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47. You don't want it? You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Hey, let's go. Here I come again.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete.
The wrong person.
Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Jackson now. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Yep.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Second and 9 now from the 21. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On second and 9. Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time. Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
North Metro Elite.
Here we go. Here we go. And read. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on right. Hey, boys, you got four down. Wide. Get wide.
They'll run it here with Brown. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back-to-back.
Ends up being at his peak late in ball games.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Right back to Brown.
What is he doing?
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Set, ready. Get the flag. 55, Mike. I got you, son.
On third down, it's Brown. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on fourth and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Breeze going to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
He's coming. Check him. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Seriously.
On first down, Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's
Shouldn't
complete
pick.
to Kamara. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Pick the ball off. Come on, guys.
First down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Tyus Bowser. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Move. 4 down.
Here's Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
You think you gonna get this?
Breeze to throw for it on fourth. He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Oh, Lord.
Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Shaking my
Just
head.
2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Only place he's getting.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
Lord,
They've got it
mercy.
first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll run it with Kamara. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Kamara trying again, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere and put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Now Breeze. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40, the 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Curry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.